So, as you can see, my young and hungry, I missed my guest today. I didn't miss him. He could make it. So, what did I do? I decided to do it by my damn self. So, here we are, of course, coming down by the lights, one of my favorite parts. But, I was just thinking about it today because we have a big announcement that'll be coming up here soon that we just finalized here. Not sharing it quite yet, so you guys don't get that tidbit. But it made me think about 2 years ago, right? Because we're really about that 2 year mark in our business. Like what people were telling me, they're like, "Oh, you're not ready yet," right? Like the voices that were around me were saying, "You're not ready yet. You're too young to start your own business. You don't have enough experience." Uh, what else was there? Got laughed at, right? When I thought about starting it. You didn't have enough capital. But what I realized was a lot of these people, they were just stating these problems, right? They were too busy looking at the problems and not coming up with time. Are you wearing shorts? Nope, no shorts today. Got pants on, yeah. No, way too cold for that. But so many people were way too busy looking at the problems that the solutions were staring at them in their face, right? You're too young, you're too inexperienced. Well, I surrounded myself with more people who are more experienced, who had the answers that I can go to. Boom, problem solved. Next one, right? Oh, you don't have enough capital? Well, sold damn near everything to my name. Sold everything so I can get invested in this. Boom, capital, done. Got enough to get it started up. There were just so many things. There were so many little nuances where it was, if I listened to the voices around me, I wouldn't have never taken this action, right? That's why it's so important. Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are these people telling you? Are you surrounded by people who are constantly bringing up problems, yeah, those laughs give you the ammunition to try harder. That's right, Rebecca. But that's why it's so important. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Whose voices are you letting in? That's the next part too. It's not a distraction if you don't pay attention to it, right? Like those voices that were around me, it wasn't a distraction for me because I wasn't paying attention to it. I know the people that I was surrounding myself with, they believed in with me, they were fighting with me, they they were basically invested in us and our brand, everything we were doing. So when I'm thinking back on it, but before I was around all these people, before I was doing all these things, I probably would have listened to those voices. I would have listened to those people who said, you're too young, you're too inexperienced. It probably took a little bit to take that first action. But once you make that leap and once you make that definitive decision that I'm all in, I'm committed, I'm burning the boats, I'm getting rid of anything else, quit my job, sold everything to my name. I didn't give myself any other option but to just figure it out, right? I didn't give myself an option. But that's why I want to come on here today. Young and Hungry show again. Something happened today. I got my Young and Hungry time blocked. I got an interview scheduled every day of the week this week. You know what happened? The guy canceled. So I'm like, crap. I can't miss my Wednesday. Can't miss my Young and Hungry show. So what did I do? I decided to go live by myself, talk about some of the same things we'd be talking about on the Young and Hungry show. My arms get a little tired. Let's see if I can prop it up here. Ooh, look at that. Arm tired. Now we got a prop out here too with the camera. Look at that. Look at that. Solutions. But that's the whole point of this, right? You just always want to look for solutions. There's always going to be problems. There's always going to be there are naysayers that are telling you can't do it. What's up, Kevin Cole? Tune in every Friday. Crap, I can't remember it. The name of the show, but Kevin Cole's got a great show. You guys should tune in every Friday. But there's always going to be people who are prying at what you're doing, who say you can't do it, right? We're going to give you every reason, every excuse that you could have. But at the end of the day, it doesn't freaking matter. As long as you know what your vision is, you know what your why is, you can push through any of that, right? And I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at here today if I didn't make this decision to go ahead and get started. Chances are, we played a big part in the nonprofit. We're saving kids over in Thailand. We're saving kids from getting trafficked. That might not be able to happen. We might not be able to raise as much money. I'm getting involved in a lot of different charities, and we're doing all these different things. And it all came from that one decision when I decided to burn the boats, get rid of any other option but success, right? So it's just really, really important who you surround yourself with, right? I'm always just making sure that the people I'm around, Sekou has a great saying. I can't remember all of it, but the people that we surround ourselves with they're constantly looking for other ways to help each other grow, right? Instead of sitting here and they're telling you can't do it, they're like, all right, what would it look like if it were easy, right? So there's always these problems that are going to come up, but the easiest way to come up with these, to find solutions for the problems is just figuring out, like, if this was easy, what would it look like, right? Chad Galloway told you these things are either fools or not your friends. That's a great point. Andrew Success. Yeah, that is a great point. You know, I wouldn't say they're fools or not friends. I would say they just do not have the right mindset, right? We can call that fools, but I think it's, what's the saying? Ignorance is bliss, right? If you don't know better, then you live your life in bliss. Then you're thinking your problems, they were trying to think that they might be trying to help me out. Sometimes sometimes these people in your life, they might not be trying to hold you back, but their mindset and their mentality is what is holding you back, right? They're not doing it intentionally. It's more so of, they just don't know better sometimes, right? People just don't know that growth mindset. They don't know what taking a risk on yourself is, and that's perfectly fine. Not everybody has to do it. Everybody wants to live their own life. Some people like security 9 to 5 and go and do all that. It's perfectly fine. Not for me, right? So when you want to hit that growth, you want to keep hitting those next levels. You got to keep surrounding yourself with people who are doing that, who are getting to that next level, right? We were looking at that the other day, and we were saying, who has what we want, right? Who out there within our group has the downline we want, has the agents, has the notoriety? All right, how can I surround myself with those people more, right? Because obviously something they're doing is working. So surrounding myself with them, figuring out what they're doing, so then we can just go ahead and duplicate it. I think that's something else that we decided as well. It's not trying to recreate the wheel, not trying to start a business from scratch. You know, we were doing that before. From that mastermind, I'm always going to bring up this mastermind 2 years ago in Key West. That was our biggest takeaway, as we looked around this entire room of all these successful people. And I finally said, you know what? Why am I trying to recreate the wheel? They've been successful. Let's duplicate that. They've been successful at video. Let's do what they're doing. They've been successful at building a brand. Let's do what they're doing. And that's why it's so important to surround yourself with successful people, because the right people will literally, they hand us a roadmap. All we had to do was follow it, right? Those people weren't sitting there looking for problems. They were the people who stared at problems, solved the problem, and they're willing to share it. So when you surround yourself with those people, they will literally give you the roadmap. All you got to do is follow it, walk the walk, talk the talk. Go ahead and actually take that action. So that's why it's so important. And man, look at that. Like I said, my arm was starting to hurt holding the camera. So what did I do? I got my little stand here outside. It's not even a stand. I just got it propped up on the wall right here. Boom, found another solution. But yeah, so today, I'm supposed to have my man on here, but we're going to get him on here soon for the Young and Hungry show. The whole point of my Wednesdays is to talk about the young people who are out there taking those risks, taking those challenges. And basically, anybody who says, oh, I have more experience in the business, I've been doing this longer, all these things, hey, man, more power to you. But we are young. We're getting after it. We're not taking no for an answer. And chances are, if I'm working 12, 15-hour days, studying, becoming a master at my craft, I can bypass a lot of those things, right? So for those out there that are young, that are getting into it, maybe you're just getting into the profession, become a student of the game. That would be my advice for you guys today, all you young entrepreneurs out there. Become a student of the game. Know your craft better than anybody else, so that way you're an expert. A lot of times it's not really the amount of years you spend in a profession. People can spend years in a profession and not be experts because they never took the time to actually master their craft, study their craft, know it like the back of their hand, read books, take courses, surround yourself with the right people. All those things can literally explode your business, your mindset, everything about you. So it's not always the time you spend in it, it's what you do with your time. Let's crush it, guys. Let's go. Here we go. We got the outro video coming up. Let's keep crushing it. We'll see you guys on the next one.